these little dogs saved a baby from getting bitten by a snake. But what happened next will surprise you. This gal would have been kidnapped if this dog wasn't there. One of the little dogs just stood there, but the other didn't hesitate to go after the car. But this dog was even more courageous. Someone was getting robbed, and he went after the robber, making him run away. The guy even fired a shot, but luckily he didn't hit either the dog or the person who was saved. This dog here saved his owner's life from a deadly attack. A snake approached the guy without him noticing. Thankfully, his dog was nearby and attacked before the owner got bitten. Now this rescue made it to the news on TV. Two guys wanted to steal this guy's pickup truck when his dog showed up heroically to scare off the thieves. The thieves ended up taking the truck, but the dog managed to prevent them from hurting his owner. A true hero. This man was camping near a Native American reserve, and he wasn't attacked because his dog saved him. When he noticed people approaching, the little guy went after them. Now check out how this dog saved his owner. A thief showed up at the window of the house trying to snatch the lady's phone when the little dog attacked the guy without mercy. But sometimes dogs have to save their owners from other dogs. That's what happened here when two pit bulls went after this gentleman, and his husky had to make an effort to protect him. The same thing happened here. While the man was screaming for help, his little buddy tried in every way to save him from another aggressive dog. But what happens when the little one fails to save his owner? Get ready with tissues to see this little guy's reaction when he saw his owner being taken away on a stretcher. He didn't understand what was happening and tried to keep the doctors away, thinking they were harming his owner. This child almost lost her life. She was about to be attacked by a huge bull when the dog appeared to save her. But this case here was wild. This man was being attacked by an ostrich when the kangaroo by his side decided to help. And speaking of wild attacks, this man was almost attacked by this moose. The animal went all in and only stopped because a heroic little dog appeared to scare it away. Check out how this dog managed to prevent his owner's house from being invaded. I think this burglar regretted trying to break into the house, but no animal is as smart as this little pig. He was trained to save his elderly owner in case she has a heart attack. If that happens, he runs to the middle of the road and lies down with the purpose of getting someone to stop their car so he can lead them to his owner. Speaking of intelligent animals, this one is trained to push his best friend's wheelchair. Amazing, right? Now let's talk about a truly dangerous attack. This caregiver was caught off guard by a lion which started biting his arm. And guess who saved him? Someone he never expected. The lioness took a surprising action and tried her best to get the lion away from the caregiver. Now take a look at how this dog has an incredible paternal instinct. When someone touches the pregnant belly of his mom, he shows up to protect her. I think in his mind, that baby is his pup. But cuter than that is this little dog here who jumped into the water to help his owner even without knowing what he would do to assist. And in the end, the hair pulls actually worked. I wonder who taught him to do that. And it seems he's not the only one who knows how to save someone from a pool. Look at this little dog being trained to rescue a child. This one did the same thing, but this time to save an adult from drowning. Imagine a huge bear appearing on your street. What would you do? Well, if you had a little dog like this, you'd be safe. Look at how he faces the bear with a lot of courage. Yeah, as they say, size doesn't matter. But this one had more difficulty protecting his owner and had to throw punches at a huge bear. In the end, the two of them managed to ward off that wild animal. But none of them could be as efficient as this kitten. See how effortlessly he chased the bear away from his owner's house. And speaking of dogs, this one faced a dangerous puma to keep it away from his best friend. The funniest part is how they both decided to scare off the puma. The important thing is that it worked. Now, check out this pig that could very well work as a traffic security guard. The little guy simply removed a piece of wood from the middle of the road so people could pass. Another one who works better than many traffic officers is this dog here. He's not afraid to stand in front of cars to help children cross the road. And speaking of animals that help society, this one decided to reduce pollution by putting garbage in recycling. What better way to save humanity than by recycling? Now brace yourself for some intense scenes. This child was lost in the middle of the forest and she only didn't meet a tragic end because her pet dog was with her. The little one stayed by the child's side the whole time and barked when it saw people approaching. And that's exactly what saved that boy. And for those who think kittens aren't that brave, look at this one here chasing a fox away from his house. This other one is ready to save the child if she's attacked. Speaking of saving children, this one doesn't let anyone get close to that girl. Some people are afraid of cows, but if you have a little dog like this one, you'll be safe. The little guy comes and chatters his teeth to keep the cows away from his owner. And speaking of cows, look at how this one saves her owner from being attacked by other people. She doesn't even think twice before running over to fend off the aggressors. Now see how this dog here spares no effort to run after his owner who is drowning in a pool. You can tell by the dog's barks that he is very concerned. But in the case of this dog here, he learned something very specific to save his owner. He simply manages to hold a rope so that the man doesn't fall into a hole. What strength! But when the dog doesn't have that much strength, he has to use his head. This little guy here managed to save a man by showing him the way back home. If it weren't for him, his owner would have been stuck in that forest. And speaking of training, this one is definitely prepared to save his owner's life if she's attacked. But putting aside the heroic animals, look at these ones trying to save their owners from, well, a vacuum cleaner. At least it's good to know they care, right? Or maybe not. Now this rescue here will surprise you. This little one noticed that a human was stuck in the snow and started digging to help him. Indeed, not every hero wears a cape. Some just like to wag their tails.